G'day and welcome back. I'm in Newcastle and I'm going to do a video on the old Newcastle Station. Brief bit of history. This station opened in 1858, was rebuilt in 1878 and closed on Christmas Day, almost Boxing Day. It was very late on Christmas Day. Last train left the station at about 11:27 p.m. on the 25th of December 2014, and from there the station was closed. And in 2018, the area was reopened as a community area, kind of like a park. So I'm not standing in a random set of traffic lights. This is that is not Newcastle Station, that is called a bus. That's Newcastle Station there, the original Newcastle Station. So there were 3 stations that closed when this part of the line closed. That was Wickham Civic and Newcastle. A year or two after the old Newcastle Station closed, this station, a year or two after this closed, there was a new station that opened and is current called Newcastle Interchange. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to walk around what was Newcastle Station. And if you want to see the last day of operation for this station, you can, I'll put a link in the description on a playlist of the last day. Yes, I gave it my Christmas to film it. So here are the old indicators, exactly in place where they were. Newcastle Station serviced trains to and from Sydney and to and from Hunter Line stations such as Maitland, Singleton, Scone, Dungog. Let's do a scroll down. So out of the 3 stations that closed, Wickham Civic and Newcastle, 2 of them still exist, so obviously Newcastle. The other one that exists is Civic. Wickham Station was levelled and is now a light rail stop. Now, the decision to close these stations here is something I'll be dead honest about. It was a bloody stupid idea. Something that, I would never change my mind with that. But, yeah. So this here is platform 1. So we're actually going to walk up and down and up and down and up and down. Not that many times, but a couple of times. So this was platform 1. As you can tell here, there's platform edge, and between they've filled in where the tracks were. There's quite a few things still here from the old Newcastle Station, such as the Newcastle Station bench. The only slight modification that they've done with it since the closure of the line is they've added an armrest there. Another thing that they've added here is a steam locomotive, bit of artwork. I'm going to loop around there. There's a bit of information just around there, and there's something else I want to show you as well. There was just someone having a bit of a look at the information. So some more seating here. Alright, so there's some information here if you want to pause the video and have a bit of a read of it and then resume when you're done. It's just information about this art piece. Okay, and as you can see, the station building is home to a couple of shops. More than a couple of shops. Another good thing about looping around here is that there is a what I'm pretty sure is a bar end circle station sign. These station signs were across most of the station, home of Newcastle Surffest. I don't know if Surffest is still on, is it? I don't know. But anyway, there's a design craft workshop here, an e-bikes thing. Probably need to bring your own fire extinguisher for that. There's toilets. Probably not going to show you in there. Be a bit awkward, wouldn't it? Exit. Another old station sign there. So this station had 4 platforms. You got this, so 2 side platforms and 1 island. So this is a side platform. You got another island over there and another side platform over a bit, which we'll have a look at very shortly. I can tell you, I really, really miss this station. I really, really do. So this area, this park, this community space, whatever you want to call it, is, and it just reminded me because there's a sign saying it right there, it is called the station. So it's pretty simple. Another station sign there. And plenty of the original seats of the station here. Now, when I said before, station built in 1858 and was rebuilt in 1878, I'm not too sure if that means they demolished the station, or it was like a rebuild as in like a massive overhaul, refurb, something. But anyway, that's that. Now we'll walk across here. Good impressions of where the tracks were, which is also pretty cool, I think. Okay, so this is platform 2 and 3. Cyclone Tracy. This is platform 2 and 3, so we're going to walk up and loop back around and walk to the other end. Alright, so we're at the end of the Hamilton end, I guess, the Civic and Wickham end of what platforms 2 and 3 were. And up there, this building with the peaked roof, is the signal box, the old signal box for the line. And that is now like a food and drink venue. And fun fact, right here where I'm standing right now is where I filmed the last train leave at 11:27 p.m. on Christmas Day. The very last train to leave the station, and you had security come up and say, "All right, get off the station. The station's now closed." People were still hanging around. They wouldn't say they weren't listening. They were just sort of still taking some photos, but it's like, stay on this station any longer, you're trespassing, that kind of thing. But yeah, quite interesting. But yeah, as I said, if you want to go in the description and have a look, you can see I have a playlist, a link to a playlist called Remembering Newcastle. Has a few videos of Newcastle, the weeks and months before closure, and also a few videos from the day of closure. So it'll be quite an interesting watch for you all, I reckon. Alright. You see it fading in and out of scenes when I stop. It's just because I'm trying to take as many photos as I can without having to come back up this way. Now, something I really enjoy about platforms 2 and 3 is that up here it has the original yellow line and everything. Apart from this, has all been, I wouldn't say redone, but the yellow line was all taken away and was all cleaned up and that kind of thing. So here, you still got the yellow line. You can see where the, what do you call them, the tactile indicators are. People give me shit when I usually say tactile tiles. They're like, what are you talking about? You can't say tiles twice. And I'm like, well, City Rail signage used to say tactile tiles. So I say tactile tiles. Get it? Say that 15 times. So, platform, I'm showing you my fingers a lot, hey? Platforms 1, 2, 3, and you've got 4 over there. And that's actually not the end of this Explorer as well. There's a little bit more to show you. This is the, what do you call this, an awning or a canopy?
Canopy, isn't it?
Canopy, oh, something.
An awning just hangs over.
Hangs over, yeah, there's a canopy, yeah, canopy. Sheltered area.
Yeah.
So this is the original sheltered area. From when Newcastle Station was operational. I suppose it is operational, just not as a train station. With the tactile indicators, as they call them now, you can see where they've been cut off here. These tactile indicators were used to help the blind, locate the edge of the platform, because obviously it's not something you necessarily want to walk off. Look, as I said, it's a bloody stupid idea that it closed. However, it doesn't look too bad. I like what they've done. If you would have asked me a couple of years ago, I would have said, you butchered it. But no, it's all right. Minus the pineapple cider. Yes. And another thing to show you as well, you have the buffer stops at the end of all 4 of the platforms here. So there's 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 here. Alright, so we'll be good people and not walk on the tracks. Another thing, you still have the platform number up here. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, so you got the platform number there for platform 4. Got another sign here directing people for platform 4. And also some signage. Caution, please stand behind the yellow platform line until all passengers have alighted from the train, and obviously no smoking. And as was just pointed out from Jim for the Burbs YouTube channel, the main switch room has the old Railcorp logo with City Rail and CountryLink included, which is a relic of times gone. And also pointed out by Jim, the steel supports here, turn your head sideways. BHP, most likely from Newcastle. So here's platform 4. Now they haven't kept the entire length of platform 4, unless platform 4 was a shorter platform, I don't recall. But that's all right. And another thing to point out, if we haven't realized already, is that there's some sort of what would you call, like a hopscotch kind of thing? That is artwork and other bits and pieces where the track bed's been filled in. And you got a little section here where the yellow line is very barely visible, and also tactile lines or indicators, button things, whatever you call them, are still there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to stop recording. Something I've just noticed. Yeah. It's like a stopping pattern here that goes right along. Well, right along to this point. Showing you my fingers again. So 1858 to 2014. So Is that anywhere else? No, it's not. Right, so yeah, we start here at Newcastle. So it's just sort of like opening in 1858, closing 2014. So the line started here at Newcastle, stopped at Civic, Wickham, Hamilton, then the line deviated to the left there, which would be Woodville Junction, which heads down to the Central Coast in Sydney. And this is the Hunter line here. Okay, so we've got Waratah, Warrabrook, Sandgate, Hexham, Taro, Beresfield, Thornton, Metford, Victoria Street, East Maitland, High Street, Maitland, and then you've got South Maitland Railways and Dungog North Coast Service and the Hunter River. But it's continuing here to Lochinvar, so it's going on the Scone branch. Beyond Scone takes you to Tamworth and eventually Armidale, and also branches off Werris Creek and Moree as well. So you've got Greta, Branxton. It's like a map. So you've got the Hunter River to your right, Singleton, Hunter Valley Collieries, Musselbrook, and then so you cross over somewhere with the Hunter River being on your left, Aberdeen, Scone, and then beyond there is Murrurundi, and then North Western Rail Services. So, Moree will be in the garden bed somewhere up there. But, and that goes right along the platform we were just walking on there as well. So you got the platforms here, this track here being for platform 4, but you got more tracks here which would have been used for a yard. But before the line closed, this area here that we're walking on now to the left of where platform 4 was actually a bus interchange. So that's very interesting indeed. I mean, I've been here before since the closure of the line. I've done a quick walk around, but I was basically rushed out of here by someone. Not security, just the person I was with. But yeah, so it's interesting. So there's 4 tracks. So 1, 2, this is 3, 4. So it was like a yard. It just went across here. I'm not sure exactly where that went, but if anybody does know, please tell me. But just quickly before we end this video, an actual gas holder. Yeah. Wow.
Gasometer.
Yeah. Got remnants of this. Very nice. Even though in some fashion the history was destroyed by getting rid of Newcastle, or this part of the line, it's really good that they've done this to keep the memory alive, kind of thing. So that's definitely something to give them a sort of pat on the shoulder with. Now I'm pretty sure with something, I think, I'm probably wrong, I don't know, I'm just going off my own memories here. I think buses might have actually come up here and through here to get to the bus interchange, and there's also another entry exit just up there somewhere. But now there's like a bit of a layover area here, so you've got a couple of buses there. You've got a bus stop across the way, and then the exit to the whole joint, and you've got another bus stop there just here. And just one thing, you get all aboard the station. So the station is what this area is called. And there's a scavenger hunt here. So if you want to, I don't know, if you want to come here and have some fun with that, you could either come here and scan this yourself, or if you have another device with you and you want to scan that, you can do so. And there's a bit of a scavenger hunt thing there, showing all different bits and pieces of the station to look out for. It's pretty cool. Well done. They have done well. Started off the video by saying that they're stupid for doing it, which is probably true in some fashion. But no, they've done very well. But anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please give yourself a pat on the back for watching the entire thing. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, share the video, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you soon. Ciao.